Hi there, I'm Lauren Ziegler, and welcome to the Pranayama series, where I'm teaching practical yogic breathwork for specific uses and purposes. So I'm excited to share with you today a very useful breathwork, and it is called Kaki Mudra. It is not so much pranayama technically, it's more of a mudra, but because we're using it for the breath and it's very similar to the way we would use pranayama, we're going to call it breathwork. And you'll see why when we practice it in a moment here. But what it's really useful for and what it's very popular for in the medical world is retraining the respiratory process. So especially for those that inhale into the lungs and inflate them too much in the case of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or panic attacks or bronchospasms. This is a very useful technique to, I like to say, trick the body into breathing properly, more deeply, slower, and getting breath in a more regulated way. So it's very useful for high blood pressure. And in the cases where the body is literally overheated, this is a cooling practice. It's going to cool down the body and the mind. And it is in the case of sitting in your car and it's midsummer, you're overheated, or after exercise. Also, after some kinds of yoga, the body can be heated very much. And this practice is designed to cool the body down and restore that balance. So in terms of the mind, cooling it down, to me, that means taking a really hyperactive, triggered, kind of reactive, hot, fiery kind of mental state, and then bringing it down to more calm. And so that's very useful for that as well. Get into a comfortable position for practice. Rest your hands on your lap, on your knees, or just somewhere where you can forget about them. Your eyes will stay open for the duration of this practice, and you can gaze at the tip of your nose, right at the tip, or perhaps an inch in front of the tip of your nose, if that helps to reduce straining with your eyeballs. So you'll gaze at that point, trying not to blink the eyes, but relax them. And then what you'll do in a moment is you'll purse your lips as though you're sipping hot soup or breathing in through a straw. And you'll breathe in through your lips slowly and deeply that way, just like this. At the end of your inhalation, you'll close your lips and breathe out silently and slowly through your nose. So just like that, inhale. Close your lips, out through your nose, silently, gently. Empty. Please continue this. Allow your exhalation to be really easy, just like drains out of your body all on its own. On your inhalation, have your teeth slightly separated and your tongue relaxed inside of your mouth. Practicing for another minute or so, you will begin to feel the cooling effect. You can feel it right now in your lips and your mouth. Gradually, this effect travels down into your throat, lungs, and you can actually feel it entering your abdomen and cooling down your whole body. Please continue. You can begin to sense how powerful this method is for control of breathing. Another variation that's possible as you continue to practice is to close your nostrils with both thumbs as you inhale. At the very end of the inhalation, tuck your chin down towards your chest, lowering your head a little bit. You'll pause. And then as you exhale, you'll slowly lift your head back up. Feel free to try that variation. Okay, you can stop the technique now and continue to notice the effects. I would love to hear how this is for you, so please share in the comments what you noticed. You may already be feeling cooler or calmer. That being said, that was just 2 minutes. Try this for 5 minutes, and you can do it as many times a day as you like. At least 2 minutes will give you some effect. Now, don't practice this if it's excessively cold outside, okay, midwinter. Also, if it's excessively dirty in the air. So if you are in a polluted place or in the midst of a forest fire, for example, the little hairs in our nostrils do a lot to purify and clean the air before it comes into the lungs. So breathing directly in through your mouth into the lungs is a little bit more vulnerable when the air is dirty. So if it's excessively dirty or freezing, then I wouldn't practice this pranayama. Otherwise, take it and run with it. It's a great one for your toolbox. Enjoy.